Ladies and gentlemen, the performance that could do no wrong, the Champions League night, a beautiful stage, Old Trafford, and Manchester United put on a show. Maybe there was no fans there, but it definitely felt like a fantastic atmosphere tonight. Manchester United have beaten RB Leipzig 5-0. A very unexpected, a very unpredictable result, but yet Manchester United ended up opening the floodgates after what was a very, very good game for the most part. What's up, everybody? It's the Aidan Sports Show. Welcome back to another video. It's time to smile. It's time to be happy. Manchester United versus RB Leipzig 5-0 match reaction. The positivity runs wild on Manchester United today as we beat one of the toughest opponents that we could face in this Champions League. 5-0 and a very, very, very good performance. Before we get started, please like and subscribe to the Aidan Sports Show YouTube channel. Do it for this performance. Give me a chance for this performance. Manchester United were flourishing tonight. Was spectacular. It put a smile on my face. I simply could not believe just how good we were today, even when we were 1-0 up for majority of the game. We were so good in this game. We were good possession-wise. We pressed the life out of them. They didn't have a sniff on goal. And it was beautiful to see Manchester United pick up this style of play. And that's what we want to aspire to in the Premier League as well. The Champions League has had a tremendous start for Manchester United. We have drawn a fantastic 2 performances out of these Champions League games. And now we are here after this game. Of course, Arsenal is to come, but tonight, just like the PSG night, tonight is a night to enjoy your Manchester United performance. Enjoy your Manchester United team putting out all the stops, putting out all the fight, and giving out a victory like that to the fans that we deserve. We deserve this game. After a very, very poor start to the Premier League, they're paying us back for this tremendous victory and the PSG victory. These are fantastic victories that Manchester United have gotten under their belts now, and it's good to see. I'm so happy with this performance. I'm not going to lie, RB Leipzig was not out of this game. They were not out of this game. I think it was definitely after the second goal where everything went wayward for them. But when the first goal went in, Leipzig really stepped it up in terms of their press. Manchester United could not find the way out. But in the second half is when Manchester United took absolute control over this game and Leipzig stood no chance, had little to none of the ball, only had one opportunity from a set piece, and Manchester United were flourishing in their style of play. And when the second goal came in, the floodgates opened and everybody had a shot on goal. I mean, we could talk about the goals. So the first goal was a Mason Greenwood goal, a fantastic assist, through ball for Paul Pogba, just on the line, and it ended up sealing the fate for Leipzig early with a Greenwood beautiful finish. And Greenwood we'll talk about Mason Greenwood another time. The second goal, I believe, was from a Marcus Rashford run that was technically allowed because of the halfway line rule, where if both defenders are past the halfway line, you're allowed to be in the offside position. Marcus Rashford wasn't past the halfway line either, so it ended up being a very legal and good goal for Marcus Rashford to get the second goal. The third goal, I believe, was also from Marcus Rashford, who ended up getting a hat-trick in this game, where he took the ball off of Upamecano, he ran past and he shot it to the bottom left corner in a very, very clinical and dangerous goal from a turnover from RB Leipzig. The fourth goal was a penalty. Yes, Manchester United is back. And Martial took the penalty because he made the penalty. And finally, he got his due goal, which was rightfully deserved. Throughout this entire Champions League start, Martial has been one of our better players. And he finally got his goal that can hopefully carry him over to another Champions League game, to the Premier League games that we have looking forward. That is a good thing for Anthony Martial. And the fifth goal came from, I believe it was a cross. I don't know if the cross was from Luke Shaw or Bruno. I can't remember. But again, there were so many goals. It's hard for me to remember all of them. I'm pretty sure I can fact check that later. But anyway, it was a brilliant pass. Rashford got on the end of that, took a fantastic first touch that took players out of the game, and then he scored it for his hat-trick. 5-0 to Manchester United. That is beautiful. and the performance itself tops it off. Icing on the cake with a performance like that. We rightfully deserved that victory. I really thought Leipzig was going to score today. But even if they scored today, I would have come out here and said that we deserve to win that game. There is no way Manchester United should have lost that game. Leipzig, as good a possession-based team that they are, they had more possession than us today. They did not deserve that victory because they didn't create enough opportunities to go and put us away. Where we created time after time after time after time, and it backed it up with our scoreline. But even before the 5-0, even before the 2-0, which set the floodgates open, we were definitely the better team creating the most opportunities. And that is where we can be happy with this result. Because even when it was 1-0, if the game finished 1-0, we deserved it. We played better. We were the better team. And we fixed a lot of issues that Manchester United supposedly have. Our home form. Our home form has been woeful. We got a draw against Chelsea. It's probably one of the best results we've had in quite some time at home. But this one was just the perfect result that we needed because we have another home game. So we needed to perform today at home to give us the confidence to perform again at home because that was an issue. And it was an issue. We've won so many games away, but it's about winning at home. And we've done that today. And that could be a thing going forward where if we can just keep on winning at home, we might have a shot in winning a trophy this season. I'm not saying it's the Champions League, but I am going to say that we have an opportunity here to do something at Manchester United. We have an opportunity to do something great. I don't know what it's going to be. I'm not going to put anything out of doubt, but I'm also not going to say it's guaranteed. I think Manchester United at the moment, with the rotation of this squad, the fact that everybody can play well no matter who is starting. I mean, Pogba got his start today and played well. You had Van de Beek play today and he did well. Alex Telles is being kept out of the team after probably a man-of-the-match performance from Luke Shaw today. Everybody is stepping up to the plate. It feels like we've got a good team of rotation. We can rotate players without having major setbacks. And that is beautiful. And that is fantastic. And that is a team. And hopefully this team can continue to bond, continue to build. And hopefully we don't go on another bad run. And we can continue on this good run that Manchester United are in at the moment. Because that's what it feels like it is. It feels like a fantastic run. 5-0 against an opposition like Leipzig do not come around every day. It's happened to us before where we've lost by that much. But usually for Manchester United, we play all right, but we don't really get those 5-0 performances. And that is a beautiful sight to see for Manchester United. Very confidence-building performance. And let's see what we could do in other performances next to this. We've got Arsenal next. We've got Everton next. Let's see the damage we can cause to those teams if we can, because that was a performance that makes me filled with confidence going into the next game. We have a lot of players that did end up getting a bit of a rest. Bruno didn't start today. Rashford didn't start today, and he got a hat-trick. Again, you had the likes of Van de Beek getting some game time. Alex Telles wasn't even on the squad today. You got Twanzebe that was able to play for a little bit. This performance gave a lot of the opportunities that we probably wouldn't have had in the Premier League for a bunch of players to get an opportunity to play. Once we realised the game was done and dusted, we gave a lot of opportunities for some players to get some game time under their belt. So I love to see that. Anyway, enough about that. Enough. Well, let's go into the player ratings for Manchester United. I'm not sure how to grade these to be honest, because I don't know if anybody put a foot wrong here. Let's see what we can do. David De Gea gets a 7 out of 10, made 2 fantastic saves in this game that kept us in the game. Again, not many opportunities created for Leipzig. So the 2 saves were basically the only things that he had to do. But I'm giving him a 7 because in the Champions League, two opportunities can definitely seal the deal for a team. So David De Gea saving those 2 opportunities was world class again. Both of them were at his near post, which he should be dealing with. And he dealt with them well. So I'm giving him a 7. I don't think anybody really deserves a 6. Maybe people will get a 6. I'm thinking about it in my head now. I still don't know how to rate these. But David De Gea gets a 7 in my opinion. Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Aaron Wan-Bissaka was at his fine form defensively again. Every time the right side was targeted, gone. You're not entering. You shall not pass. That's what Aaron Wan-Bissaka was thinking to himself today, and no one passed Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Slide tackles. Angelino had a fantastic opportunity in the box where he did a nice step over and he went the other way. Aaron Wan-Bissaka read him like a book and sent that ball flying. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, in my opinion, even when he was isolated, when usually defenders are isolated, it's quite easy for an offensive player to get past him. But Wan-Bissaka was isolated a lot of that game, and not once did the ball go past him. So fair play to Aaron Wan-Bissaka. I think I'm going to give him an 8. I was thinking 7 in my head, but I'm hyping him up. I'm giving him an 8 because, again, offensively, Aidan Wan-Bissaka he wasn't as present as you'd like to see him. But defensively, he was so good. I think he was probably the best defender on the night tonight in terms of defending. But realistically, it was just a great performance from him. And I think this is the type of performance that we should be seeing from Wan-Bissaka for a long time. His form. He's had performances better than this. I mean, PSG was better than that. And yet again, he's getting an 8 from me because I thought he was superb. And maybe that's generous. I don't care. It's 5-0. I don't care if it's generous. These players deserve the praise tonight. There's no criticism that goes to any of these players. These players deserve the praise tonight. Victor Lindelof, I'm going to give a 7 out of 10 to. Very, very strong tonight. Again, you don't expect Victor Lindelof to win many aerial duels, but what he can do is read the ball. He can read the ball on the ground like most of the best centre-backs in the world. He can read the ball on the ground. Yes, he can physically be got at, he can physically be challenged, but Victor Lindelof, when it's on the ball, when it's about reading the play, identifying the issues, he is the one that can do that probably better than anybody on the team. So, again, and he showed his worth today. He showed his worth. Look, I was not happy with Victor Lindelof and Harry Maguire starting this game. I'm not going to lie to you. If you watch my match predictions, I said I would have loved Mctominy to play in this game. But when Ole Gunnar Solskjaer picks the team, you need that team to perform. And he got the team right today. So I'm not going to sit here and argue that I was right, that I should have been right and Mctominy should have played. I was wrong. I am wrong, but I'm happy to be wrong because Ole Gunnar Solskjaer got it right and we won. Victor Lindelof was the right choice and he's going to get a 7 out of 10, and so is Harry Maguire, who was also the right choice. The heart of the defence, Harry Maguire was, and I think he had a good game today. Again, he wasn't the standout. He wasn't someone that you noticed was absolutely doing everything for us, but he was a good performer today, and he's had a lot of these performances now where you started to slowly trust him again, and hopefully that trust can build because we need Harry Maguire this season. We don't have that many centre-backs at our disposal. We have Victor Lindelof, we have Harry Maguire, and we have Axel Mctominy. Those are the only centre-backs at the moment that are fit enough to play in this Manchester United team. Eric Barley is injured. I don't know where Phil Jones is, and I don't think Marcus Rojo will play again. So we have Harry Maguire here, ready. We need him to be at his best, and he's getting there. He is getting there. Another good performance from our captain today in Harry Maguire. And again, that's all you can ask for. All you can ask for is a good performance and try to win games. And that's what we did today. Luke Shaw. People say Luke Shaw can't cross. He took our corners today. He took our free kicks today. And nearly every single one of them went to the player that it was supposed to go to. Luke Shaw, in my opinion, had an outstanding game. Defensively was good. No one got past him. There was that situation where I think Luke Shaw could have got to the ball before one of their players shot, which David De Gea saved. Besides that, Luke Shaw was immense tonight. Immense. And people are saying that Luke Shaw can't attack. I'm telling you now, if he delivers crosses like that into the box more often, we should be getting a lot more goals than what we do. And the fact that we won 5-0, I don't know if Luke Shaw got any of assists. Again, I don't know if he was the one that got the last goal. I'm not sure if he was the one that whipped the ball in or if it was Bruno. I don't really remember. But he was superb today. I'm giving Luke Shaw an 8 out of 10, and I think he's part of the contention for man of the match, which I don't know who's going to be at the moment. I'm going to have to tell you later if I remember, but he's definitely in contention. I thought he was amazing today. I thought he was absolutely amazing. You can't take that away from him. That performance is keeping Alex Telles out of the team right now. I wanted Alex Telles to start. Even now, I wanted Alex Telles to start because he's a new signing. He's fresh blood. I want to see what he's about. But Luke Shaw's keeping him out of the team, and that's what you want. Competition for places. Ollie says it all the time. We all say it. We need a team. We need rotation. Well, at the moment, Luke Shaw is keeping Alex Telles out of the team. And that is a good sight to see from our left-back position. You got to love the competition on this team. Let's go into the CDM positions. We actually played a diamond today, if you guys didn't realize. The lineup itself was a 4-2-3-1, but in the game, we changed to a diamond. We allowed Mason Greenwood and Martial to play 2 up front, and we had a diamond around them in the midfield to help them. And yeah, and that worked out very, very well for us. So let's go into the midfield positions. Let's start off with Fred. Fred was amazing today. Again, a few turnovers. First touch was poor. He ended up getting a turnover from his first touch. Those are minor mistakes. And again, those minor mistakes could have led to something, but it didn't, so I'm not criticizing. Fred, everywhere else was amazing. His running today was amazing. His tackling today was amazing. A lot of his passes today were amazing. You have to give your credit to Fred today. I'm giving Fred another 8 out of 10 performance. Was great today. Was amazing. Spectacular. He ran that midfield. He dominated that midfield. He is the one that's tenacious, that gives the effort. At the end of the day, when you're someone that can be as skilled as Fred on times, and you give that amount of effort, that amount of run, that amount of fitness to always be reliable in that midfield, that's all you can ask for. We have the creators in Bruno and Van de Beek and Paul Pogba. Not all players on this team have to be the creators. Sometimes you just need a workhorse that's going to run his socks off and do the right things, and Fred does that, and that's why, in my opinion, he's also one of the contenders for man of the match, and that's why he's getting an 8 out of 10. You cannot discredit his performance today. Nemanja Matic. I thought Nemanja Matic had a good game as well. Again, he did the right things. He won a few headers into the box. He did his interceptions, his passes. I don't think it was a standout game for Nemanja Matic. I think he's definitely played better. The yellow card that he got was absolutely stupid and not a yellow card. But despite that, I thought he had a good game. So I'm going to give him a 7. I think he had a great game. And maybe people can see it better than what I can. But I thought Nemanja Matic had a decent game. And he did the right things as well. He's a player that does the right things. And Nemanja Matic, I thought Nemanja Matic and Fred worked perfectly fine today. And that could be something that we could look at in the future and say, all right, that works. Fred and Matic and a diamond works for Manchester United. And that is something we need to look at. Paul Pogba. Paul Pogba today was a lot better than we usually saw him. And again, this was a game where I said Paul Pogba will thrive if he plays. He thrived today. He was up and attacking. He made good runs. He got the assist for the first goal to Mason Greenwood. A beautiful assist to a beautiful goal. You can't discredit that as well. Paul Pogba was great today. Is he an 8 out of 10? Screw it. He's an 8 out of 10. I don't care. I don't care if he's a 7 usually. I'm giving him an 8 today because that is a game where he's been dropped for 2 games. We didn't know what Paul Pogba we were going to get today. The inconsistent turnover Paul Pogba that likes to keep the ball, or if he's going to be that player that runs at defenses, creates the plays, the long balls and everything. And he got the assist. And that assist is a vital one. The first goal and the first assist is the most vital out of all the goals that we scored today. And Paul Pogba was the one to deliver it at the time when we needed it most. So I'm giving him an 8 out of 10. I think he deserves the credit that he gets. And I want to see Paul Pogba continue to play like that. He's threatening when he's attacking defenders. He is threatening. He might not be the most clinical finisher. He might get the ball taken off him a few times. Hell, he might turn the ball over trying to make a play. But that's what Bruno does. That's what Van de Beek does. That's what Fred does. Everybody is allowed to have a turnover if you're trying to create something. And Paul Pogba created the most essential goal today. So that's my 8 out of 10 performer right there. I don't think he's man of the match contender, but I do think that is a very vital opportunity, and that's why I'm giving him an 8. Let's continue. We've got Donny van de Beek. He finally started for Manchester United. And I thought he had a good game as well. Now, again, Manchester United for a lot of that game had to play very defensive in terms of after the first goal. So Donny van de Beek wasn't always the number 10 today. He was that player that ran around a lot. He was the player that got himself out of tight situations. I mean, how many times did you see him next to the out of bounds line, and there's 2 or 3 people on him trying to get the ball off him, and he still manages to get the pass off to Fred, get the pass off to Pogba. He put himself in very, very tight situations that he managed to find himself out of, and that's what you like to see. At the number 10 position today, he didn't get that much of the ball going up front and goal, but sometimes you need your defenders to have that pitbull mentality to just go and get the ball and make sure that you keep it there, you keep it safe. And Donny van de Beek, I thought, was superb in doing that. So I'm giving Donny van de Beek a 7. I wish he could have got an assist or a goal today. He got subbed off fairly early, and that's fine. I wanted to see him start today, and he started. And I think he had a good showing. I really did think he had a good showing. And there will be a time where Donny van de Beek will create an opportunity that will lead to a fantastic goal, and we see why we bought him. I want to see more of Donny van de Beek. I don't think this is a player that we just keep on the bench. He started in a very important game today, and that is a message from Ollie that Donny van de Beek is in his plans, and he will continue to be in his plans. That is a game I did not expect him to start, but he did start, and he did well. And you need to give criticism and praise when it is. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer got that right. Donny van de Beek played well. The praise is there for both of those people. So fantastic. Well done. And going into the front two today. Whew, I've been talking a lot. Let's keep it going, guys. Let's keep it going. Mason Greenwood. I'm going to give Mason Greenwood a 7. I know what you're thinking. If you gave Pogba an 8, surely you give Mason Greenwood an 8. But I think besides the goal, Mason Greenwood wasn't really part of the game today that much. But the goal was world class. It's a world class goal. I mean, he can use his left and right like it's nothing. Clinical. There was no power on that shot. It was all about the accuracy. And the fact that he was playing on the line and he ended up getting the right call on side was a good sight to see. Mason Greenwood has been given a lot of criticism for off-the-ball issues for Manchester United, off-the-field issues. And look, at the end of the day, there's no excusing. If he's done something wrong, he should be owning up to that, manning up to that, and taking it on the chin and trying to progress in his career. If other players from other teams are allowed to do something wrong and for me to criticize it, then I can criticize it for Mason Greenwood. But I don't know if any of those things are true. I know the one in England is true. I don't know about this recent drinking thing is true or not. I don't know. But on the field, Mason Greenwood delivered today for Manchester United. So now he needs to build on this. He's had a very hard couple of weeks. He's got the goal that could hopefully keep him going, keep him motivated, and keep him ready for this season. And let's see how well he could do. His first Champions League goal. This guy's still a teenager, might I add to you. He's still a teenager, and he's got a goal in the Champions League, and it was probably the best goal, in my opinion, in that performance. So It was beautiful. It was a sight to see. I'm giving him a 7. But Martial, I'm giving an 8 to. I know he scored a penalty and he didn't score an open field goal. I was hoping Martial was going to score today because people like to criticize Martial. Oh, he hasn't scored a goal in 9 games. Martial does so much besides the goal that makes us win the game today. I mean, his hold-up play, the fact that he's able to hold off players like Upamecano, I think his name's Conte. Hopefully I get that right. I apologize if I didn't. Those players are very strong players. Very, very strong players. And he held them off fantastically today. And yes, he didn't have the best of opportunities in terms of finishing or making the right play. But he did so much off the ball. He did so much in the link-up play that he gets an 8 out of 10 from me. And the goal, he created the penalty as well. So he deserves that penalty and he deserves the goal. I was hoping he was going to take it. It was either him or Cavani in my eyes that should have taken that penalty. I'm happy Martial took that penalty. And I'm happy that he scored the goal. And I'm happy that Manchester United gave him the opportunity to get a goal that he deserves. And that is very unselfish play for Bruno Fernandes. Very unselfish from Marcus Rashford. Very unselfish from Cavani to give Martial a well-deserved goal. I'm giving him an 8 out of 10. Now, usually I wouldn't speak about the bench that much, but the bench today, oh my, the bench today was again, it was amazing. This is a performance. You can't find a fault in this performance. You really can't. So I'm going to try and remember everybody that came on. Again, I think we used all 5 substitutions, I believe. So let's see what happened. First off was Scott McTominay. I thought Scott McTominay did all right. He got a few, again, when Scott McTominay comes on, I believe it was when Nemanja Matic was on a yellow card. The run is important, and he makes the good runs. He can drive with the ball, and that really helped give us a different dynamic in the game, and it allowed us to push forward. So Scott McTominay, I'm going to give a 6.5 out of 10 to. I think he was definitely above average. He didn't have that much time, just like a lot of our players. Didn't have a lot of time to make something happen, but he did so, and you got to give that respect. Bruno Fernandes, I'm giving a 7. He did come on as well. Bruno was great. And again, he didn't play that long, so I'm not going to say anything that he's going to get above that. But I thought for what he did do, he was in very attacking positions. He did create a lot of things. He did give a goal to Cavani, which was offside, unfortunately. So there's a lot of positives in Bruno Fernandes' performances with very limited time. I thought he deserved the rest today. He got a good rest today. Hopefully that, 20-odd minutes that he played won't affect him that much going into Arsenal if he did really need that rest, because I think he'll play against Arsenal, he'll start. So, good performance from him. Axel Tuanzebe came on. I'm going to give Axel Tuanzebe a 6. He played at right back. I don't even think he did anything, to be honest, in that game. I don't think he did that much. Let's see who else came on. Obviously, I want to get to Marcus Rashford later. I just want to see if there was anybody else that did come on. Cavani, of course, Cavani. Cavani had a good game. He had a good game. Again, Leipzig were very wide open. So Cavani, in terms of being in the right positions, it's spot on. Of course, Cavani's movement, you'll see Cavani's movement. He was great. And he did score a goal. Unfortunately, it was offside. By a few centimeters, to be fair. It was a clear offside. But Cavani's finish was great. I wish he could have got a goal. But that goal will come for Cavani. If he's gonna find the performances and the movement to be able to score, the movement is key for a striker. So if the movement's there, you're most likely going to be in opportunities to score. Cavani is a good player, and you expect him to score goals for Manchester United. The goal will come for him. I truly 100% believe that. And Marcus Rashford. Now, I talked about all these man-of-the-match performances. I talked about Luke Shaw, talked about Fred, Paul Pogba, Martial. The man of the match is Marcus Rashford. Off the bench, scored a hat-trick, was essential to this victory, was absolutely essential. He didn't come on with 10 minutes to go and score a hat-trick. He came on with around the 65th, 70th minute. He scored 3 goals. He made Upamecano look silly. He made the entire defense look silly. He attacked the wide open space, and he deserved all 3 goals. And it was a beautiful sight to see. Again, unselfish. He could have taken that penalty and got his hat-trick earlier. He could have had 4 goals, if that retrospect. But he didn't. He allowed Martial to do it, and he still got what he deserved in that hat-trick. 10 out of 10 for Marcus Rashford. When you get a hat-trick, you're going to get a 10 out of me. I don't care how shit your performance is. When you get a hat-trick, you're getting a 10 out of 10. A striker's role is to score goals. And Martial and Rashford and Greenwood, the 3 strikers that played today, did so. And Cavani did as well, but it was offside. So, Marcus Rashford, a 10 out of 10 performance, a man-of-the-match performance, and of course, Manchester United are sitting pretty. Look, guys, we need, I beg, just celebrate this performance. Be happy with this performance. Arsenal will come. And if we can beat Arsenal, just as happy, just as excited, we've done it again. But be excited about this performance. Be happy. Be optimistic. Be enthusiased. Have enthusiasm. I don't know how to say it, but just be excited for this. This was a great performance. This is a performance that you're going to want to watch again tomorrow when you wake up. You want to watch that type of performance again, and you hope to see more from that performance again. Manchester United did no wrong today. And again, very surprising performance. I did not expect 5-0 in the slightest. I think 3-0 max. Maybe I said 2-1. I thought the game was going to be a lot closer. Both teams did play well. Leipzig, I mean, 5-0 is probably an injustice to them because after the second goal, they pushed everything to get something. And that's where we thrive. But Leipzig actually did have a good game in terms of the possession. So I feel like this was a very good victory. This was definitely better than the PSG performance. And that was a good performance. This one was better than that. And you can't be sad. You can't be sad about that performance. The Premier League is up next. We've got Arsenal up next. The Gunners versus Manchester United. The rivalry continues. And look, many Man United fans don't like Arsenal. I don't like Arsenal personally. But I'm going to give Arsenal a world of respect in my match predictions. I'm going to give Arsenal some respect because I think I'm trying to be as unbiased here as possible. I may not like Arsenal, but I think they deserve a lot more respect than people give them, especially this season. So I'm going to talk about Arsenal in the match predictions video, which will happen in a few days. But I'm going to enjoy this one. I'm going to milk this. And I'm going to be the happy Manchester United fan that I think everybody probably is today. So enjoy this one. Ollie in, Ollie out, Ed Woodward out, Glazers out. There's no one that says that any of them should be in. But regardless of whatever you're feeling tonight, you need to enjoy a Champions League night like tonight. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you in another Manchester United video. Take care and peace.